Good morning. Happy Tuesday. And of course, as soon as I start talking, my throat gets dry. There, we'll take care of that. Welcome to your early morning intuitive guidance for this fine Tuesday. The birds have been singing for hours already. It wasn't even light yet, and they were singing. So that's a sign it's going to be a good day, right? I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum here with some words of wisdom to start your day off well. Excuse me. Good morning, Gwen. You are the first one here today. Welcome. Hello, Barb. Glad you're here. All the practical rebels rolling in. This is good. And yeah, this card is really cool. I think it's one of those cards that gives us pause and helps us take a little deeper dive into, yeah, what is this telling me? Good morning, Joe Neal. Good morning. Good morning. So, and I can also tell it's getting to be allergy season. I've been taking my Zyrtec for quite some time, but I can still feel it. Sometimes it overwhelms the meds. Good morning, Nancy. Glad you are here. Welcome. So today we're actually supposed to get warm weather. I think we're supposed to hit 70. So hopefully it will help dry some things up. They are shifting gears in all of the towns around that are flooded, from trying to prevent the flooding to good morning, Beth. Glad you are here, to doing the cleanup stuff. And it is going to be a hot mess for quite some time. One of my Mary Kay customers is a chiropractor in one of the small towns that has flooded. And she said her husband has not been home since last Wednesday as he's pumping out her business to keep it from everything getting destroyed. So she's been taking him meals and beer and whatever else he needs via kayak. So yeah, I saw that. I saw that. Fabulous. Yes, Joe Neal has a book that's about to be published. I believe it might even be published on my birthday, May 6th. So that will be cool. Very cool. Another published author amongst us. This is cool. And I wanted to remind you also that right now through May 6th at midnight, my coaching is on special. So I have a 3-session package and an 8-session package. Both are on special. So if you're interested, you can go to my a marvelous virtual assistant, got everything set up, all the last little pieces yesterday. So you can go to my website, Empowerment and Purpose, all spelled out.com, and under the events tab and read about the coaching specials, what the discounts are, etc. So yeah, that's why I have many clients who they managed to make the 8-session package work, because I do this twice a year. I do it at Thanksgiving time for Black Friday, and I do it for my birthday, and they'll make 8 sessions last for half the year and 8 sessions last for the other half the year, and so they get the bargain the whole time. Fine by me. Fine by me. So this card deck, we've had this card deck before, but again, I want to talk about it a little bit because it is just such an interesting deck. It's the Wild Harmonic Oracle deck by Gabriel J. Marihugh, and it's hard to categorize it as a deck because it's really meant to be a very deep dive into who you are and what you're here to do, and what your subconscious mind is wanting you to know, and all of the things that I love. So when we do a 1-card reading, sometimes it doesn't make as much sense as if we were doing a full card reading of the various kinds that he suggests in the deck. But I still think the 1 card can be an opportunity for a deep dive into our subconscious mind. So, but let us start with some breath and some tapping, just to settle into right here, right now. If you can put your feet flat on the floor, that'd be great. Take a breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Let your shoulders drop in through the nose, out through the mouth. Grounding through the soles of your feet and the base of your spine into Mother Earth. sending those roots deeply with the exhale in through the nose, out through the mouth. Feeling yourself settling, things becoming more still, tuning in to that inner voice, the wisdom within, the guidance that's always there, that's much easier to hear when we take a pause and just sit with it. So imagine it's like you're sitting with a best friend, that you don't have to talk much. In fact, listening is a much better approach. So our card for today, open it up here, is the Water of Fire card, Subconscious Reflection. First of all, I love the art on these cards. There's a whole lot of sacred geometry in the cards. Subconscious Reflection. Let's see what it has to tell us. One more breath. Let it go. It's the Water of Fire card. As the flowing feeling of life ascends into the fire of our will, light is cast into the ripples, and strangely enriching mirrors are found. The meditation part. Signs, omens, mirrors, and messages from the deeper self that enrich, protect, and guide my life. This is the art of recognizing that everyone, everything in my current awareness is a reflection of me. It's an extension of that concept of perspectacles, that we're all looking at the same things, but they're looking different because we're processing them through our system, and our system has been honed by our beliefs, our life experiences, our family lineage, all kinds of stuff, all kinds of stuff. So let me read that sentence again, and then I'll read the next one. This is the art of recognizing that everyone, everything in my current awareness is a reflection of me. This is not to be taken objectively or judgmentally as facts, though they might be at times. Rather, I see them as indications and points of inquiry for my dreaming awareness to play with and see what arises. So let me just give you an example there. The stuff we've been reading from Taking the War Out of Our Words. If you find that there is a certain kind of person that shows up repeatedly in your life. I was working with a client last night, and that kind of person is the person she chooses to date. And it's a pattern. It repeats, repeats, repeats. Do the deep dive into that. What is it in me that is like a tractor beam drawing in this same kind of individual? What do I need to heal in myself to stop that tractor beam and start a tractor beam that attracts healthier people who can really fully show up in a relationship? What do I need to change in me in order to do that? Okay. If you have a coworker type or a boss type that shows up over and over and over again, look within. Look within. That's what you have control over, right? That's what you have control over. Okay. So again, rather, I see them as indications and points of inquiry for my dreaming awareness to play with and see what arises. I love this next sentence. My body is my personal interface with my subconscious. My body is my personal interface with my subconscious. So it's kind of that Bessel van der Kolk idea of the body always remembers. It knows things. It stores things in the tissues, the issues in the tissues, right? But my subconscious goes far beyond my body. This room I sit in, my near subconscious, I can sense it only in a surface way normally, and must reach deep within to find where I can feel it, know it. So we're not thinking our way through this stuff. We need to do that deeper dive of sitting with the uncomfortable feelings. What am I pretending not to know? Truly sitting with that, waiting to see what comes and sits down beside you, and have the conversation, the deep conversation, the feeling conversation, the Know like you know, like you know conversation. This land I roam, even deeper into my subconscious, farther out of my cognition, yet deeply affecting me. This world and universe, farther and farther into my depth, hidden almost entirely from my view, yet powerfully influencing me in every moment. So if you look at the collective subconscious right now, what do you see? What are you aware of in our collective unconscious? The United States, the collective unconscious of the United States, the world right now, the collective unconscious of the world. What do you notice there? War, 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 scarcity, 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 haves, have nots, us, them, all the things. Heal that within yourself, and you are contributing greatly to healing that in our world. So here's the inquiry question, that opportunity, the portal that you can access this deeper stuff with through. What is life saying to me about me right now through this experience that is right before me? So if one of you could, one or two or three of you could put that in the feed, I would love it. What is life saying to me about me right now through this experience that is before me? So let's pick a couple and let's mess around with it, all right? Let's say you're getting a divorce. What is life saying to me about me through this experience? There's a rift externally, but it is the reflection of a rift internally. Take a look at that rift internally. Do that healing work. Okay. And some of you might be saying, I don't know how to heal that. Well, that's what therapists and coaches are for. Reach out for some help. Again, it might just be the jump start. I often tell people, thank you, Gwen. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I often tell people sometimes 3 sessions is enough to get you rolling. Journaling is enough to get you rolling. If you even wrote that, what is life saying to me, about me, through this experience that's right before me? If you were to write that as your header in a journal and then start writing, keep writing, see what comes up. Write with your non-dominant hand. Tap other areas of your brain. See what comes up. Do some jumping jacks, then write. Sit quietly for a few minutes, then write. Listen to your favorite song, then write. All of these things will, I'm going to use a word here, provoke very interesting facets of what would be good to look at. Okay. Let's pick another circumstance. Let's say you're finding yourself coming up short on finances. Okay. And you find yourself, instead of moving into, it'll be fine, I'm always taken care of, there's more than enough to go around, into panic mode a little bit. Oh my God, I gotta cancel all these subscriptions. I've got to stop buying things. I've got to stop paying for stuff that, I can't afford. Well, notice what's happening there. Dive in through that. Where's the reflection within me? Where's the scarcity messages within myself? Let me find those. Let me heal those. Who do I recall in my life came from scarcity? Was my dad always saying, money doesn't grow on trees? Was my mom sitting up late at night struggling to pay bills? What were the messages that created this scarcity mindset within me? And what am I willing to do to purge that, get rid of that? It's not helping. It's not helping. And then our external experiences begin to reflect what's going on within. Right now, there are people who come from the perspective, regardless of what they have in their bank account, come from the perspective, there's more than enough to go around. I am taken care of. I do not need to worry and fret about this. And their circumstances demonstrate that. Even if they have a periodic dip where things are tight, they'll bob back up to the surface. Why? Because they have the belief truly in their heart and soul, not just the thought that paradigm is within them, and that's where they're living from, and they get by just fine. And then you have people on the other end who, no matter how much money they have in their bank account, they're hoarding and fretting and wringing their hands, and they create their own outcomes with that. Because oftentimes those people make poor decisions, such as getting fearful about what's going on, yanking all their money out of every institution and stuffing it under the mattress, and then the house burns. We need to be coming from as clear a system as we can, regardless. And again, I go back to my yoga instructor, Bobby Silverstone's comment whenever we're doing eagle arms: at the center of life's storms, I stand serene. That makes all the difference. That makes all the difference. And what I'm hoping these words are doing for you is empowering you. That even if you don't know, oh, I just saw this, so we'll have to read that. Even if you don't know precisely how to effect these changes within yourself, knowing that you need to effect these changes in yourself is a beautiful first step. So, repeat after me. Today, the divine will show me the way. I am open to all signs and messages. The perfect steps are already picked, and I am guided to them. Moving through the world open to constant help gets easier and easier with practice. And there you have it. There you have it. You might pick one of those and make it your mantra today. You might write it on the palm of your hand. Remember when we used to do that as kids? We remembered things? Write it on the palm of your hand. Have it go with you all day long. Maybe you put it on a 3x5 note, kind of like I've got on my desk. Whatever it is that reminds you that what's going on within you is what you are going to see reflected in the world around you. And again, the best way for you to help our nation, our world heal is by cleaning up your own stuff first. Then you reflect that to the world. Then others get infected with that reflection, and we heal. We heal. We move in the direction we need to be moving. Ponder that. Think about that. If you got some yeah buts on that, put them in the feed. Well, I'll answer them when I post this to some of the other sites. Take a breath. Let it go. This is a beautiful, abundant, wonderful day. An opportunity to learn and to heal and to grow and to share your light with others. Have fun. Go forth. Remember, you're capable of far more than you think you are. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.